Hey guys, it's me, DDP, along with my good buddy, Jake the Snake Roberts, and it is another Motivational Monday. We are filming the show for February 27th, and today we're really going to be focused on an idea that turns into a dream, that turns into a reality. And we're talking about your show, your unspoken word show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So let's take it back. I mean, I know you're touring. You've toured all over Canada. You've toured all over America.
Australia,
you're still
yeah.
constantly going. What first gave you this whole idea?
I stole it. Are you kidding? All good ideas are stolen.
Right.
We went and see Mick Foley. I was there listening to Foley that night, and I thought, Jesus Christ, I can do this. I can do it. And I mean,
but it wasn't that easy just to say, boom, you could do it.
No. That's just a thought, you know. And it looked like to me Foley was having fun, and that was important for me. And I'd desperately been needing something
to reinvent yourself, right?
Right. Because I mean, I can't bust them bones up anymore, man. That's done. You know, we started thinking about it, and I started putting some stories down that, you know, incidents that had happened in the past. And holy cow, next thing I know, I've got pages and pages of it.
So wait a second now. I remember the first one you did is when you guys gave me that surprise birthday party down there in New Orleans when you were going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that one didn't go too well.
That is, you know, and that's the point of Motivational Money.
Yeah.
Like, here's maybe one of the greatest storytellers ever, and his first time out didn't go so well.
Didn't go so well.
So it's important, you know, and I always tell people, if you expect the most success, you have to expect the most failure.
I mean, it was tough, man, because it wasn't what I wanted, and I realized real quick that it's going to take more than me just deciding to do it.
Right, you had to put the work in.
I was going to have to put the work in, and I was going to have to rearrange these stories to like a wrestling match, taking them on that ride, you know, and then dropping your money maker, or, you know, DDT for me, or, you know, the diamond cutter for you at the right time.
Right.
Because you don't want to do your best at the first. You got to take them on that ride, tease them, please them, and then take them home.
So how long did it take before you really
clicking.
felt that groove coming in?
It was pretty quick, actually. It was still probably a dozen shows.
That's awesome.
You know,
right?
And when I say a dozen shows, that's not in 2 weeks, no. Because at the time they were being spaced out because comedy clubs didn't know me as a comedian or anything. And I'm still not a comedian.
Right.
I just tell stories and incidents, and that's what I talk about. Alex, he's the comedy part of it.
Well, before we go to him, let's talk about, so in the beginning of this, like, you have one direction, like Jake was calling it comedy, going to do his comedy. And we started talking, and I said, you know, they call what you're doing like spoken word. So of course Jake had to call it
the unspoken word. Had to brand it.
And then, you know what? And that is exactly what it is. Yeah. So, you know, the unspoken word, and that is actually like you've made that your own. So where does Alex come in?
Somebody put him in the opener spot because we've been doing some clubs, and some of the clubs said, hey, we got a couple of openers if you want them.
Right.
And I realized that I did need an opener just to...
How long did it take you before you realized you needed an opener?
First week. Yeah, because I needed to see them out there and see what type of reaction they're getting, so I could read that and know where for me to take them. You know,
not unlike a match.
Just exactly, you know, like a match.
I've been the curtain jerker for years.
It's a different thing than the main event, brother.
So you meet Alex, you realize this guy can open.
Oh, he was more than an opener, man. This is a guy that's going to be on his own. You know, I'll be lucky if I hold on to him for another year.
Right.
Seriously. He's just very, very talented. You know, part of it was the fact that he could do it, and a part of it was the fact that I seen somebody need some help.
You know, if you're depressed and you feel bad about you, help somebody. I swear to God, it works.
It does,
and Jake
man.
was doing it the whole time when we were going, living at the crib, but then taking it out and finding this guy, and, you know, big guy.
Oh yeah, he weighed 550 in the beginning, man.
550.
550. Yeah. And I mean, the snake is so mean. The first thing I ever said to him was, every day you wake up is a gift from God. You know, because you ain't gonna be around long, Jack. Not weighing 550. Yeah. And I started talking to him, and I realized, you know, this guy's got some issues that he's suffering through, and he needs some help. And I said, look, why don't you fly out to Vegas and hang out with me for a week, and let's just bounce some stuff around and see what happens. Well, after a week of him juicing, we got him doing the juicing, which he taught. And,
right, organic juicing, vegetable juicing, for those you don't know. We're not talking about steroids.
No. And he was on board, and I'm like, okay. He came downstairs one morning. I said, dude, why don't you just move out here? And he's like, yeah, right, okay. And I said, no, I'm serious. He's like, what? And he was so blown away that I would even care.
Right.
And I'll be straight up with you. A few years ago, I wouldn't have cared, you know, because I was too trapped in my own crap and suffering and not happy in my life. But my life has changed so much, man. I mean, I'm not trying to blow smoke or anything like that, man, but I wake up in the morning, man, I'm happy. I go to sleep at night, I'm happy. I look in the mirror, I'm happy. And I got things I want to do again. I've got dreams again. I didn't have dreams a few years ago, man. It all turned to nightmares.
Right.
And just to wake up and have that love for life is so big. It is so big. You know, you look at it, and over time you get beaten down. Some disappointments come, maybe a failed marriage, you're beat down even more, the job's not going right, you're on your back, you're on your knees begging for help, or maybe you're not, maybe you should be. But at some point, you got to get happy again, man, to continue.
Right.
And the last thing I want to do is be 70 years old and mad at my life, because that to me is not a life. Right. And these days, man, with the comedy going like it's going and traveling all over the world, doing things for the Special Olympics, doing, you know, I had 25 people show up the other night from a rehab. You know, and it was so awesome for me. You know, they'd seen the resurrection, of course, and
right.
Now they're there supporting me while I do my comedy. And to talk to them afterwards, man, it just felt so good, man. And you know, now I've become the teacher of the student. You know, I still got a lot to learn, but we're out there doing it, man, and it's just really cool. And I got to thank you for that.
Wow, man, it was, you know, that we have it all on film. You know, and that we can go back and people be watching the resurrection of Jake Snake forever, you know. But you said something right there about teaching, and I talk about this on Motivational Mondays all the time. The more you teach someone, the more you help someone, the more you learn. Yeah. The more you learn, the better you get. I mean, that's how I became a top guy in the world of professional wrestling, you know? And just like you're doing with so many people, but Alex for sure, because with doing the juicing, the organic juicing, you helped Alex lose, like without doing any workout or anything, 100 pounds, right?
Yeah, 100 pounds, and then we got him started on DDP yoga.
Right.
And now he's lost 160 pounds. And what I find really cool is that each night we're on the road, he'll be doing a set, and he'll talk about our relationship a little bit, and then he throws it out there. But he says, hey, if any of you out there are struggling with weight problems, I got a business card, let's get together, I want to help you. Wow. Wow. So now my student is becoming a teacher.
Right.
And I'll just warn you right now, with his juicing, sometimes he likes to throw jalapenos and habaneros in there, and I just don't do that. Okay?
You probably taught him that.
No, I didn't. I might have done it for a rib.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can actually catch a workout on DDP Yoga now in one of our chair warrior workouts, because we have actually Jake and Alex, and that was only his second workout. Yeah. And he was 450 pounds. So, You know, like that's like the biggest thing that I've been getting from people. You know, like you've created something I can do. And I can make it, as you know, the hardest, most challenging thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Or make it so easy that if you can bend over and pick up your keys or tie your shoes or reach up and change a light bulb, you can do it. So
Absolutely.
that's where Alex, I mean, second time in, proved that. And now getting to do it with you on the road and, you know, and
we pull it up on the
you
app.
look great, by the way, dude.
Thank you.
You're staying lean,
We
man.
pull it up on the app in the hotel rooms and stuff, man. It's so easy.
Right.
So easy.
Yeah.
You know, still he has to do it because I don't.
No,
do
no,
that stuff.
it's so easy for him.
Yes. It's so easy for me to tell him to do it.
So Jake, I know you know where you're going, but you really don't. You have someone telling you where you're going.
Right.
So let's bring Alex in.
Oh my God, I'm getting out of here then.
This is Alex.
Yeah.
Down 160 pounds, pretty sweet. So we're gonna have an interview next month. So for right now, I'm just gonna get the your schedule.
Yeah.
Where are you?
27th.
27th. We're going to be Lexington Comic Con and Lexington,
We're gonna
Kentucky.
be there together. We're gonna be there with you.
Heck
Okay. Yeah.
And
We'll
then-
all of
so
us.
that's
are
for
there.
cons, and then Unspoken Word Tour. We are going to be at the Ranch Barn, St. Barry, in Canada.
Where's that at? What's the date on that?
That's going to be the 2nd of March.
Okay.
3rd of March in Hamilton, in Canada. Then we're going to be at Smalls Bar in Detroit. And then we're doing a Texas run. We're finalizing those dates for Texas. And so just check out Jake on social media. That's where we got all the dates on there.
What's the social media?
It's going to be Jake the Snake DDT on Instagram, Jake Snake DDT on Twitter, and then for me, at Y2 Kool-Aid. So Y2 Kool-Aid for everything, or just look up the hashtag Unspoken Word Tour. We're coming to a comedy club venue near you. So to hear about the best stories from the golden era of professional
Somebody
wrestling.
push the button.
Better than that sports entertainment crap.
Off button.
Okay.
All right.
From there, this is Jake the Snake, Diamond Dallas Page, and my man Alex. So you heard the story right there. Jake taking an idea into a dream, into reality at 61 years young. So if he can do that, what could you do? Think about it.